We're in the gap between systems right now. In fact, a little bit of sunshine here up along the Cambria coastline. This is going to be the area and further north where we're going to see the first arrival of the next system, and that could be tomorrow morning into, say, midday. For most of the rest of the area, much like the last system, you're going to see an icon. The icon's going to be for rain. It's not going to rain all day tomorrow. It's going to rain for most people in the afternoon, evening, and into Friday morning. And the winds will be back. So many ways, this is like the last system. It's also a weak atmospheric river. However, probably just slightly less impactful on total rainfall. Current radar is clear. And the system to the north here is not the system we're watching, that activity here. It's this system here that's going to sweep in to the central coast. Now, again, the timing is still being sussed out a bit, but this is what our modeling has been saying. And our modeling's been very good on timing here. Mist, drizzle for the south coast. We can see mist, drizzle for the central coast tomorrow morning as well. But as we get into, say, the later morning hours here, even early morning, up along North Coast, North County, some activity, some lighter activity around slow through 11 o'clock. Again, a slow start, but watch what happens after that. Things start picking up in the afternoon, evening, and overnight. So again, when will it be most impactful? It'll be most impactful at those time frames. But as we get into Friday, again, you see a rain icon there for Santa Maria. Not going to rain all day Friday either. So again, icons are not full forecast. The narrative is important. Like the last system, interior areas not that much. South coast inch to inch and a half. Central coast anywhere from 1/4 inch to 1 inch, but the hills up along the north coast again, that Rocky Butte area, we're going to see more totals in that 2-3 inch range. The other thing, the winds are back, and like the last system, they're going to be out of the southwest to south, picking up Thursday afternoon into the evening, especially the hills, the Cuesta grade. Timing for the commute could be kind of interesting as well. And as we get into Friday morning, much like this last system, they wind down. But for the weekend, the winds go strong offshore. Locally gusty, bigger concern for Southern California than here, but you'll notice it. And again, here's the next system sweeping in. We talked about that timing. And then after that, the rest of the weekend is dry, but as high pressure builds in, again, it's going to be windy with very cold overnight lows, by the way. And then we got to talk about what happens after that. Models have always agreed that something right around Valentine's Day is going to get here. But the models this morning got pretty aggressive about a system right on Valentine's Day. And then the afternoon models got less consistent about it. But the morning models say multi-day system possible. I talk about that in my story at ksby.com. So the extended forecast, the 8 to 14 day, cooler than average, wetter than average. This is a little more, I would say, in play in terms of flexibility here. Again, the models agree on activity. They just don't agree on intensity. So there you go. The overnight lows tonight will generally be in the 40s outside of the interior where we get the 30s. And again, the daytime highs tomorrow with the impending system coming in. I like them in the 50s, pretty much generally across the board. There's going to be cloud cover and it kind of smooths everything out in terms of the dynamic difference location to location. Extended forecast looks like this. Again, note the overnight lows in the interior. You've got 26 on Sunday morning, and then on Monday morning, 25. That's pretty cold, and coastal areas will also be cold. As we get into next week, it doesn't look like much is going on here, but again, Wednesday through Friday, that's something we're looking at pretty carefully. I'll see you again at 5.